So this caravan was here when we arrived, and we think it's probably been here for the better part of 30 odd years. Our DesRes for our guests, especially the ones we don't like, but we don't get rid of them. And then inside of it, it is pretty grim, sort of not really suitable for anything except demolishing, which we will do at some point. Didn't even find anything worth keeping in there. So various trees have come down. So this tree here looks like it's a hawthorn overgrown by the ivy and come down. Our stream, which is a stream at the moment but becomes a raging torrent. A bridge that I fixed the first year we were here, so that was 2019. We have had the water going over the bridge, so it's pretty good. It's done, it's survived. I've cemented in the abutments, but like everything around here, it gets such a hammering with the water, it does need to be looked after. And it will take, obviously, foot traffic, but it will also take the quad over it, so that's not too bad. And this is our back field. It's the biggest field we've got, so the river runs through it, and we've got a couple of trees down over the top there which I've begun to process. And walking round into the various areas, we've got a paddock here to the left, which is at the moment not being used for anything, but we have planted some spruce in there, some Christmas trees as a Christmas tree harvest for future years. And it's quite a big area, so once all the important stuff, the urgent stuff is done, then I can concentrate on that and maybe use it as a tree plantation, as a tree nursery, because it's sort of the ground's pretty uneven, and we need to get in. And where you can see the telegraph pole there in the centre, that's more as the boundary of our land on the western area. The bottom here is quite flat, but also very boggy when it gets wet. There's very little in the way of proper drainage. We have behind the fence, behind the hedge line there, we have another little stream which marks our boundary. And our couple of oak trees in the middle. We do have an owl box in there that you can just about see. At the moment, doesn't seem to be any interest from the local owls, but it's only been up since last summer, so maybe it just takes a while for it to get in there. And as you can see again, the ground at this time of year, very wet, very boggy. Everything gets bogged in. Quad not so much, but certainly the Land Rover does. And a tractor that we had on here, sort of late autumn, got bogged in as well. Behind that hedge we've got the lane, top lane. It's the northernmost boundary, and we're coming over into the top of the field here. We've got another little paddock straight ahead. Needs a little bit of work doing to it. At the moment it's probably got about a 25-degree slope, which is not really great, so at some point again, machine and try and level that off, build up the right hand side of the paddock so that it levels everything off a little bit more. But it gives you a good view of where we live and our land. various mountains around the place. I mean, mountains, they're not like Snowdon, but they are big, and it is deceiving because we're already quite high up here. So, and we're going to go down to the stable next to have a look down there.